Hi, everyone. Welcome to FinanceFeeds exclusive video interviews. Joining me today is Rubin, who is head of Axi Select. Greg, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
Hi, Nikolai. Thank you. Great to be here.
Likewise. So, Greg, I wanted to jump right in and ask you about Axi Select, the new offering. What is Axi Select, and who does Axi Select cater to?
So Axi Select is an all-inclusive capital allocation program. On the funding side, we offer the top clients, the top traders, up to $1 million of our funds to trade and allow them to keep 90% of the profits. We're a lot more than just a funding program. We also offer all the tools that come with it. We have a trading room, a dashboard, a leaderboard, an edge score to assist traders. And we do this without charging a registration fee at all.
Mhm.
With regards to the actual offering, we're very proud of what we've created, with it being the first of its kind in the broker space, and within the capital allocation space, prop firm space. We certainly feel we've created a unique offering. So, who is it for? We believe absolutely everybody who has a financial interest. So,
Mhm.
everybody within reason. And why I
Mhm.
say that is our product caters for new traders, for traders who have been trading for a while and have a good track record and have funding behind them, um, and also for traders who are undercapitalized, which is the common issue or problem that we find in the retail trading space. Is most traders tend to over leverage because they don't have those funding, and we solve that sort of funding issue. So, be more specific. If we look at the different types of traders that we're catering for, traders who are trading at other brokers, what we offer essentially is funding to do exactly what you're currently doing. So if you've got $500 or $1,000 or whatever funding at your current broker, we're saying come to Axi, do exactly the same thing, but at the same time, you have an account on the side with our funds accumulating. So if you're making profit, it's going to be magnified by our funds, and by not doing anything different that you're currently doing at a broker. With
Mhm.
regards to people in the or traders in the capital allocation space, without mentioning statistics, a simple Google tells you 95% of traders who participate lose their registration fee, never pass the evaluations, and the ones that do are normally off within a couple months. So it's very difficult with the rules to qualify. And we're saying, well, we don't charge any fees to participate. Sure, you can lose your funds. You do have to put your own funds into a trading account, but those are your funds that you can withdraw at any point in time. Um, so yeah, that's what we're sort of looking at from that space. From a new trader space, what's the trajectory of a new trader? They start out, they blow up a few accounts, they learn a little bit, look for shiny indicators, and ultimately find a community, start to learn about risk management, and so they finally find their feet. Now, I'm not saying Axi Select is going to stop that, but it certainly assists the trader right from the beginning. You have a community, we have a trading room with professional traders you can interact with at the beginning. So you've got that community, you've got the dashboard, you've got an edge score that assists you. It tells you the components of trading, which need strengthening, which parts are good. So we
Mhm.
give you those tools at the beginning, and ultimately, hopefully, it will help traders not go down the route of the standard sort of trader. I'm one of those.
Mhm.
I went down that route, had to try the indicators and learn the hard way. So we
Mhm.
certainly feel we've got a product for new traders as well.
I see, cool. And I wanted to know what was the thinking about moving into the incubation program space overall? Is this because of the overwhelming sort of popularity of prop trading these days, or some other trends perhaps that you've seen with your clients or generally in the industry?
Yeah, that's a great question. It is an incredibly fast-growing industry. It's been the growth in the last sort of 4 or 5 years in the space has been unbelievable, and it looks like it's continuing to grow. It certainly feels like it's the new norm now with the sort of participation. So our CEO Rajesh and the execs had foresight with regards to this. They saw this many years ago, and they acquired a company to create this exact sort of program many years ago, right before it became so popular.
Hmm.
So what we've done now is we've got the new Axi Select program, which is more in line with where the market's gone and more up to date. And sort of obviously we've created a unique model, but it's the second attempt at this, so to say. So it is something that the company has always or had foresight to look into.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the reason is it aligned with everything Axi stands for. If you look at our slogan or motto that you see everywhere, trade your edge, it's more than just a good sounding tagline. It is
Mm-hmm.
the absolute core of Axi. It's the sole purpose for its existence is to give traders the edge, is to give them that extra something, that opportunity, that ability to be able to take on the markets. As well as I know, trading is not easy,
Mm-hmm.
but if you can, as a broker, provide those tools to traders, it certainly helps the case. So what is Axi Select? As you say, we solve the biggest issue with retail traders is the lack of funding.
Mm-hmm.
We also provide the learning tools. So there's learning videos. You can interact with professionals. You've got the dashboard. You've got the edge score. It's all the tools that one needs to be successful. It doesn't mean everyone will be, but it is exactly
Mm-hmm.
within the brand of what Axi is. So it certainly suits what Axi is. It sort of meets goes down to the heart and soul of Axi, and ultimately aligns Axi to align themselves with the top traders, to
Mm-hmm.
align themselves with their top clients. So from that perspective, it makes a lot of sense for what we've created, and the structure, how we've created the program, is in line with Axi values.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, how is Axi Select different from a prop trading offering, so to say, besides the issues that we spoke about, the underfunded traders. Sometimes I would say, like you said, it's a lack of maybe educational materials or materials or information that would help a trader even navigate a prop trading offering.
Yeah, that is a very good question. I suppose I've been talking about how we're so different and how we're unique. So yeah, the one big thing for us is we don't charge registration fee. So it is completely free to participate. Although, as I did say, clients do have to put up their own funds in their trading account, which of course is at their risk, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't charge a fee. That is their fund. They can do what they like with their funds. We don't have an evaluation. So when we sort of discuss that 90%, 95% of traders never get past the evaluation with the sort of standard model, again, don't quote me on those exact figures. It's just what Google tells me.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that evaluation. You can go straight into the program once you meet criteria. So you don't have to qualify. We have offered 3 attempts as opposed to 1. So with the program structure, if you drop out whatever the criteria are, with us, you get 3 attempts before you have to start the program again.
Mm-hmm.
We have unrestricted trading conditions versus the marketplace, which is generally why a lot of these firms, they make no secrets with the registration fees. Why people don't pass it is you've got a lot of stringent rules that you've got to meet. Varies
Agreed.
amongst
Mm-hmm.
companies, right? But with us, the only sort of restrictive rule is 10% drawdown from your starting balance, which is at the higher end with regards to these programs.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only restrictive condition besides time, but that's time is more, I suppose, a frustration as opposed to something that's going to restrict you, because we don't have a maximum time. It's just a minimum amount of time that you have to be at certain stages.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, we allow traders the opportunity to express themselves, give them a lot of room to show their skills. Program structure, naturally being free, and the structure of it, we have a longer term holistic program, which is realistic for traders to make gains and progress and forge careers. We
Mm-hmm.
don't sell the dream or sell lottery, get rich fast, trade this money. It's not what we're about. We don't want people to gamble. We give you that platform to really express yourself, as opposed to say, well, you're going to have $1 million, you're going to have it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Leverage side, we offer 100 to 1, which is on the higher end. Our accounts are all real. We do not use any demo accounts for Axi Select, where the industry standard is to use demo accounts. So all Axi Select
Mm-hmm.
accounts
Mm-hmm.
are real money. And tools, every firm offers something slightly different. But when I say all inclusive, we believe we are a lot more than just the funding. Sure, $1 million and 90% is fantastic, but there's a trading room where there's live videos. You can speak directly with professional traders. You've got a dashboard which shows your trade statistics, it shows you how you've done month on month. You've got a leaderboard you can compare with how other traders are doing, which shows their statistics, the same people you're hanging out with and building your community with in the trading room. And then we've got the edge score again, which is another something that we've spent incredible amount of time on to assist the trader, but also to govern you through the program. So sure, many other firms offer one or two of the above, not many that I know of have thought about the trading program in line with all these additional tools to really support and assist the traders.
Yeah, definitely. And I find it really cool that the traders have, like you said, a trading room. They have somewhere that they could go and talk to each other, communicate, share ideas in a social sort of setting, which I think is very, very important these days, today in 2023, as opposed to, 10, 15 years ago. That's definitely something that's very, very important to have. You did mention the edge score several times. That was actually going to be my next question. I'm interested to know, how was the edge score developed? I'm guessing this is part of, this came out of the brand, right? How was it developed, and how does it work? How does the edge score work?
So before I answer that, I actually do want to sort of spend a little bit, one line just on that trading room and the importance. I'm in total agreement with you on how important that community is. I look at my trading journey until I found my community. I'm talking many years ago. That was the sort of step for me to move in the right direction. I found my niche, the way I wanted to move as a trader. And I think a lot of people overlook that because there's Twitter and there's a lot of information out there. Sure, in today's world, there's a lot of information, some fantastic, some not good. And to have that structure and the base and just type a message, a professional trader replies to you the same day, it's a pretty cool feature to have and something we encourage everyone on the program to take advantage of.
Yeah, definitely.
So back to the edge score. How it was developed, countless hours and many, many different variations. We've taken a lot of time, effort, and hard work to create this edge score, because it's easy for me to sit in my chair. Who am I to tell you what's good or bad as a trader, right?
Right.
Trading is an art. It's not a science. There's nothing that's significant, definitely good or definitely bad. So we kept this in mind when we created the score. There are universal things which are accepted as good and accepted as bad, and certain ratios in that same that you can use. At the same time, you need to look at something that's uncorrelated, because otherwise you're going to penalize somebody twice or give them advantage twice. So we've taken uncorrelated metrics and we back tested it on hundreds of thousands of accounts to create a score ultimately that we believe gives a true reflection of somebody's ability as a trader. We've split that up into components. So for the key components we look into the skill, consistency, risk, and experience. And the score is a weighted average of the three: the skill, consistency, and risk, with the experience component being a drawdown factor, being basically, so basically with the experience, we don't want traders who have placed a few trades and ultimately have had a high score or a low score, whatever it may be, because they've only placed a few amount of trades. The experience component, we want to see them over time be able to show this ability to generate profits consistently whilst managing risk. So that experience component, ultimately, as you've been profitable and traded X amount of trades, ultimately does tend towards 100. It's just at the initial stages that counts as a discounting factor to the score.
Great. Awesome. We've spoken about your brand. I wanted to sort of find out, how does the launch of Axi Select align with your ambitions and values as a brand? I mean, we spoke about, trade the edge score. Is there something else here that we're missing?
Yeah, that's a good question, but I think I could probably elaborate on that. It's all very well shouting on all our documentation, all our literature, trade your edge. But what does trade your edge actually mean, right? Everybody could say you trade your edge. Yes, we've got many things at Axi, which is trading your edge, and we have, different differentiations that we have with other brokers. But I think Axi Select absolutely epitomizes it. And when we came up with this idea, the branding team were over the moon with this, because it is exactly what they were looking for the tagline that we use. So it's not a tagline. It is, as I sort of alluded to earlier, it's the sole purpose and existence of Axi and why Axi is what Axi is. And then you look at the program structure that we've created. We've gone over the sort of tools, the dashboard, the different things that we offer. That is exactly giving traders something that most other brokers don't do or won't do. So Axi Select, in that sense, is completely aligned with our brand, giving traders that opportunity with the funding, with the score, with the education, with the community, is exactly what we stand for.
Great. 2023 is quickly wrapping up. I wanted to find out, is there anything more that we could expect from Axi Select, or just Axi's sort of technology development generally, or as a whole, as we sort of wind down the year? I mean, it's going to be a whole new year in 2 months. And is there anything that Axi Select traders who are using it now, traders who might be interested in using it next year, is there more sort of advancements and developments to look forward to from Axi Select, or maybe Axi as a broker in general?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Axi Select only launched beginning of September, so we're still quite new. And we value trader client feedback very, very seriously. We take it very seriously. So we've recently sent out surveys. We're trying to find out on what traders want or what we could do to improve our product. Of course, in our heads, we've got quite a few sort of advancements that we have planned. We're still quite new. We're still developing. We've just sort of launched. So we're going to tailor that from client feedback, from client reviews. What I can say is there will be advancements, there will be changes, there will be the product at the end of this time next year will be very different to what it looks like now. But what that will be, again, we're going to see what the client feedback is with regard to it. So yeah, a lot to look forward to. We're just starting from Axi. This is one of the biggest launches in the Axi history. We're putting a lot of effort behind it. And as I said, this is something that we're super proud of, and something that aligns a program that aligns ourselves with our values and our core principles. So you can expect a lot from Axi Select in the future.
Great. Greg, well, thanks for taking the time to speak with us about Axi Select, the program, and how it fits into our industry generally. I wanted to tell our viewers that they should join us for part 2 of our interview, where we'll go a little bit more in depth into all the specific details of the service for traders and what traders can expect from the program in terms of its individual capabilities, settings, and things like that. So, Greg, thanks for taking the time to join me now. We're going to take a short pause, and we'll be back with part 2.
Thank you, Nikolai.
Thanks.
Thank you.